About music though, is it? I mean, recently you trained to be a death midwife. What is a death midwife?
Oh yeah, well I've been very interested in consciousness and spirituality for a long time, and I started realizing that this core issue at the center of any existential crisis we have is our inability to die. Meaning that if you get fired from a job, if you break up with someone, you're experiencing a kind of brutal type of confrontation with your own mortality. And so I started just getting interested in what does it mean to prepare for death. And the Tibetan Buddhists talk a lot about practicing dying. So yeah, I started working, I did hospice volunteering and death midwifing, or as I prefer, mid-husbanding. It was really just being there for people and sitting with people, really. I mean, a lot of people...
So is it like palliative care?
Yeah, but without a sort of nursing component, more a psychological or emotional support.
Spiritual component. So what did you learn through doing that?
I learned to shut up, which for me can be a challenge sometimes. But I learned to do more listening than talking, and to honour that everybody's in their own process. So not to impose your process on someone else, that everyone has karma, everyone has memories, everyone has things they want to resolve, and to basically just help create a space where they can do that process.
But is it something you confront when you're dying, or are you saying you need to think about death when you're well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's at a most effective level of human life, we should be dying every moment, because that's kind of how we live. Because we're all dying. We all need to, we're essentially all on hospice right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have an incurable case of mortality. And so I think the more each day we can confront our own, the Dalai Lama talks about this, like just, we live as if it's not going to happen. And so we suddenly get this shock, you know, but the more we can accept that death is a reality, then we can really live, and we can have an urgency of what am I going to do with this time? Let's do something meaningful.
And make every moment matter.